There you go.
Dude. My big problem is asking that one question. Would you do that to Francis? Would you do that to Mr. K? Would you do that to Lang Buddha? You know what I'm saying? And if the answer is no, then why the are you doing it to that person? Or that group?
It's funny.
Yeah, I guess so, man. I guess so.
Hey, next time hostage shakers, don't swear at them. They won't have a problem.
So well, did
Sir, we're coming in!
Yeah, it made you forget about your situation, though, didn't it?
Oh, I love how Jack handled it, though. You know how Jack gets rushed and he kills the hostage? He doesn't even waste bullets on the cops. He kills the hostage. Bro, the cops in the city all stupid, man.
You guys, this is gonna end well. I can tell it's gonna end.
Hostage first, proof point.
It's gonna end so well, did it?
Sir, we're coming in!
Nice shit, Jack. Honestly, Jack did the perfect play there.
Thing is, though, even though he shot the hostage, they don't give a fuck.
God, why?
They should all get punished for getting the hostage.
This is
Okay,
definitely gonna
I
end
want
well.
everyone in here to know that these actions do not reflect Captain Martell of the LSPD.
That's crazy. That's crazy
Okay.
how that works.
God damn.
Man, Jack, you're the fucking man, bro. I don't know how you keep yourself composed, man. I don't know how any of you guys keep yourself composed in this fucking server. I'd be fucking livid, dude. I'd be yelling at those cops. I'd be telling them all to suck my fucking gonads. I'd be telling them to haul their ass to fucking MRPD to process me. I'd be telling them why the fuck are we going to that pillbox. I'd be doing all sorts of shit. Oh, you guys are all so much better than me. You guys are all better humans than me, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. You guys in that RP server, you guys that are crims that just fucking suck it up and still RP, you guys are so much better than me. It's
so
incredible,
you like doing
man.
the XRP, huh?
You know, yeah, man. Honestly, for real, that's the type of shit I like, I guess. When I get caught by cops, I don't know, dude. Did that happen today, or when did that Jack one happen? That's a fucking joke, man. That was a week ago, dude. That's a fucking joke, man. Is there any context I'm missing on that as to why they did that? Was that the fucking mayor of the city or something, dude? Was that the fucking president of the United States they had to run in there and save, or?
I guess it's because there's two people in the Fleeka.
Bro, what? It's a Fleeka! It's a Fleeka! Bro, chat. I'm gonna say it, dude. Yo, the cops fucking suck on NoPixel. A lot of them. Fucking stupid.
Hey, Blaustoise is in here. He thinks he's an admin. Maybe he can explain.
Blaustoise, explain to us how some of these rules have changed over since I've been gone out of the city. 2 people can't do fleekas anymore. Apparently, if you think 2 people are on a boat, but then you find out that it's 4, you still stick with the same plan of just, hey, fuck them, we're still gonna headshot them. Dude, the boat one makes me so mad. Because legit, I know what it's like to do a huge plan and how fucking long it takes to set that shit up. And if I was blasted before I even got to get to the first fucking phase of that plan, I would lose my shit, dude.
Get in here, Blaustoise.
You know what you guys should have as a cops? You know, crims go to jail. Cops should be on leave, right? You should be like, what is that called, dude? You can like suspend. Cops should be able to get suspended for 90 minutes, 120 months, whatever the fuck, dude. You know what I'm saying? For fucking up. Hey, you fucked up? You're suspended for 120 months. Suck our fucking gonads. How about you play better next time, motherfucker? That's what you should do. Jail for 120 months when you make a mistake on a crim. Hey, you get suspended for 120 when you suck on your fucking cop character.
Because like they're all like friends with each other, right? It's kind of like IRL. You know, when the cops do something IRL, they're like, you know, we investigated ourselves and we did no wrongdoing. You know, it's kind of like that.
But then their cam gets leaked on the internet.
Yeah, we don't have cams.
If someone didn't get an earful about that Jack thing, about like him killing a hostage and them losing a life on the breach or something like that, if someone didn't get an earful about that, I'd be pretty fucking pissed too.
This is me and Jack. We actually did resupply. We had someone else come to the bank and drop us off thermite. Now, if we were really smart, what we could have done is just had that person be a part of our crew and just came to the bank and then just like chilled with us. Like that would have actually been like that would have probably avoided it.
But anyways, since they let you, I mean, wouldn't they just say no? You're not allowed to resupply then at that point.
I mean, we just had the person like drive up and like.
Gotcha.
I don't even know how the negotiations went. That one was weird because there was a lot of like. There was confusion in the negotiation. I think it was like a cadet handling it, and like Jack was doing negotiation. It was just like a weird situation.
Okay.
Obviously, like I can't be like, yeah, I was totally cool with it. I was definitely, man, I'd muted the game and me and Jack went and played Valorant.
Yeah.
I was obviously frustrated. Yeah, I mean, like, I think some people miss context on this. So I will actually tell you, Sab reached out. I was like, hey, when there's a breach like that and a hostage like gets killed, like that's something we would want to like follow up on, like PD. And like Sab was like, wasn't happy about it, right? But this is after I've calmed down and I'm like, we did a resupply. We kind of messed the negotiations. It was just two of us. I mean, God bless, we shot the hostage. We did our work. And that hostage was apparently like, you know, going aggro on the cops and yelling at them. But I mean, I calmed down there and I was like, you know, it's whatever. Like, it is what it is. So I didn't really think it was too bad. And I didn't think it was the most like egregious breach ever.
Okay. Understandable. Those
Hello,
are all
everyone.
RP veterans. Hutch is an RP veteran. Brian is an RP veteran. And Kyle especially is an RP veteran who has power and has been given control, right? So it's like, dude, how does that happen?
All right.
Where were you, Hutch? Where in that negotiation
You want me to lay it out for you?
No, I want you to tell me where in that negotiation did it feel like it was not a normal negotiation that made it seem like, hey, we need to shoot these guys?
Okay.
What was like the problem that you saw?
First off, it's not about what I saw. You understand, you have a cop character. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not my call, man. Like,
but I have also refused to do something with cops. You know what I mean? And you don't get punished for it. If you don't think something's right, you don't have to participate.
Yeah, well,
I have seen a cop get run over right in front of me, watch 3 other cops light into this thing, and I won't shoot at it because I know that it's just like something's wrong.
1943.
I'll tell you exactly what happened. So
no, you need to tell me what the problem was that made it outside of normal negotiations as to why they would be executed.
From what Pred said, I just woke up, so I don't remember everything exactly like how it fucking happened. I'd have to rewatch the VOD. But from what Pred said is that they were 2-manning a yacht, and he wasn't okay with them getting a free yacht.
Gotcha. So the W's in his hands at that point. But the problem with that is, as soon as you guys get on the yacht, it is confirmed by you and Brian that there's actually 4 people. So then,
No.
Oh, I watched the VOD, bro. Be careful.
But here's the thing. Stop fucking talking to me like that, bro.
Well, I'm pissed right now. You this should not be a mistake.
I understand. I can hear you.
Because my thought is this. Okay, go on.
If you listen to my VOD and you listen to the other cops' VODs,
I did.
Whenever they said that there's 4 people, one of the deputies, the female deputy, goes, I think she's talking about them 2, including the hostages.
No, but then it's confirmed by Brian, and before you guys gain confirmation through the question that Brian asked, you're shooting them.
Yeah, but you have to understand, like, how many times do people lie about how many people are in a location?
That doesn't matter.
And we've only at this point seen
say there was only 2. Why does that justify that? Would you be okay with that? You don't think I wouldn't.
If I was on the other side,
you think the yacht's not 2-mannable?
Right. You're 100% right. I think it is. I think people shouldn't do it with only.
And you
2
think
people.
that's up to the cops? The cop makes that
Absolutely
decision.
not.
He's not okay with them getting away with 2-man here. We should shoot them. Value. That sounds like not valuing lives to me. That sounds like the life is last thought about there of the hostage.
Damn, sounds like that yacht's more important than those lives.
I mean, I can be honest. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and just throw fucking Kyle under the bus. I'm just not gonna do that.
I want to know your thoughts, Kyle's thoughts, and Brian's thoughts, because you're all RP veterans.
So I'll let him tell his side of it. I'm not gonna put fucking words in his mouth. I'll be the brunt of the frustration with people. In my opinion, Pred walks up and Pred basically asks what the fuck is going on. She explains to him. He gets off the boat and he goes, "We're gonna breach." And we said, "Okay, sounds good." He's the higher up. That's
okay for him to make that decision. That's not okay though, right?
It's not. It's not up to me to dictate that. In character, I'm a fucking deputy, bro.
There needs to be a reason for the breach, right? So immediately he has to give a reason, right? So what was his reason?
From what he said, he thought that we could take out the suspect without any hostages being harmed, and he was right.
And dude, there's a lot of situations. Have you ever been in the middle of?
Wait 1 second. Blaustoise,
listen to me. No, hold on. Let me talk first.
Okay.
Have you ever been in a situation with Chang Gang in the middle of a street where we have a gun to a cop's head and we're surrounded 360 degrees? So you think cops should just be able to shoot us from any angle they want as long as, yeah, I don't think they'll shoot the cop by the time I put him down. You think that's cool?
I mean,
How many times have we
bro.
done that as chain gang
we
successfully?
can refer back to the time where you had a cop at gunpoint on the bike with a shotgun, and then you were shot in your back.
And that
hear
was
you.
a problem. We can't use that because that was an issue. That
But that's
wasn't
what I'm
wasn't
saying. I
the
understand.
norm.
Yeah, I hear you.
But chain gang, how many
understand what you're
times
saying.
have we held a cop at gunpoint, middle of the street, surrounded 360 degrees by cops, and we can still get in our car and have more of a chance than that lady did?
I don't know how to like. I don't know the best way to say this, but it's like I think it's okay. Like we have to accept that people are going to make mistakes, and maybe they do, do stuff that's like out of line.
Yeah, but that mistake costs someone else potentially 2-3 hours of their time, bro.
Listen,
When they just go back on duty and just kick back for the rest of their content.
I get that, but I don't think. I think we have to I'm not saying like let this stuff slide, but like I think we have to accept that people are going to make mistakes, and that's okay.
Bro, veteran RPers, my friend.
I get.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter.
Yes, that matters. You don't think that matters?
Yeah, but you stream. I mean, man. Like people are alive for
We're playing
10,
this
11,
every day.
12
People
hours
are
a
making
day.
mistakes.
People
I've
fuck
made
up.
mistakes. I've done.
Bro, that is not a fuck up. That is a very conscious decision.
Jared, before you even go any further, watch that clip. He said the reasoning right there. Conversation, like we're talking. Don't
That's
put
what
things
he
in
Might
your
actually
mouth.
be a breach,
That's not what I'm
boys.
saying at all.
Yeah,
Why?
He
I
made
don't
the call,
respect,
and I listened to the
two-man,
call. Like,
high-profile jobs.
I respect Kyle. I'm gonna listen to him.
That's been happening a lot. We had
I'll gladly,
the
be
last
okay,
2
like,
days
some
we've
people
been
are
getting
frustrated with this.
they've been
discuss with the
two-man. I
admins,
think there's a crew that's been like.
But yeah, I mean, like like I said, and
Gotcha. We shouldn't
stuff
respect
not, like, again, I think it's
one
never
guy with a gun,
many
one hostage
situations
as
it's never
everyone
good
goes
to,
on there.
like,
I mean, once the threat is
ironically,
neutralized, the
escalate
hostage is
from
secure.
even more just like we escalated to
Hell
a
yeah.
breach on the yacht. But
Yeah, it's unfortunate,
try
but
to
I don't
You
You
reward
know
this,
where else I heard I'm just following
kind
orders?
of,
World War II.
behavior.
That doesn't say shit to me. That just
I
says
don't-
I
I don't know
I
if
feel
that,
more stupid after that, to be honest.
I don't know.
Did you see that clip of
I
Kyle's
haven't
reason?
watched it. I'll watch it right now.
Before he even gets out there, he says it's a breach. He doesn't respect two-man high-profile jobs. Judd, tell me what you think of that clip. The justification behind it from Kyle.
Man, I don't give a fuck what he respects. That's not his call to make. If he has an issue with it, then he needs to talk to admins and come to a conclusion, or try to say, "Hey, you can't do that anymore."
Or
You
maybe
don't get to
something
just-
could be implemented onto the yacht where you can't two-man it or something, dude. I mean, come on, bro. I agree with you. Yeah.
You don't get to decide. Well, fuck it. We just get to shoot everybody now because I don't like it.
Yeah,
I
agree,
mean,
it's
but
kinda
and
stupid.
with that argument as him put in the position of power as sheriff, I feel like he does have the jurisdiction to make that call. Did he
No,
make the
you
right
get
call
put in
here?
that power of position. You get put in that position because you're a veteran RPer and you should know better.
Yes, I'm not arguing that. I'm not arguing that at all, Jared. I hear you. But what I'm saying is, if there's one person to make that call, it's Kyle being the sheriff of the fucking cops. It's the same thing. If it's Bass, they have both been put in positions of power to be able to dictate that exact decision. Did he make the right call? In my opinion, I don't know.
No, fuck
It's
no.
not
What do you
on
mean, in
me.
your opinion? There isn't
It's
even an
up- it's
opinion
up
there.
to
There's no
you.
fucking right call.
What do you mean you don't
That's
know?
not the right call that was made.
But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, okay, you guys believe that. That's okay. I hear you. I'm not disagreeing. I'm not agreeing with you. But what I'm saying is I don't agree with Judd when he says, well, that's the fucking admin. That's the fucking admin's calls. But no, it's not a fucking admin call. He is the sheriff. He should be able to decide if
You
that is
can't
the call or
decide
not.
just because you don't like that people do two-man jobs. You can stop them on your own.
I can't. You're right. I can't.
I'm not
Every other
saying
cop
you.
can.
I'm saying
He-
Pred.
But he's in the position that he can. The admins have given him a position of power.
And I don't
and the
give a
server to
fuck
be able
what
to
his
dictate
stupid
that.
in-game position is, bro. I am
you,
saying that is a load of sack. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, what do you mean that? I don't know if I agree or disagree, motherfucker. If that happened to you, you'd be losing your shit. What are you talking about?
I'm not. Listen, boys, I'm not disagreeing with you. I would lose my shit, and I would fucking bitch and complain about it. I 1000% agree.
But you're saying you're not saying
disagreeing
he's
with
right
that.
or wrong, but then you're saying if it happened to you, you would lose your shit.
I think that what happened in this scenario is that we came to conclusions over past scenarios. For example, we did a boost today on a guy who did a fucking A, right? We brought 3 fucking interceptors on him. because a past boost that they did, they shot at cops with the exact same secondary car, same color, same everything.
So question
After
here, because Brian assumed, and you guys assumed that other crews are hitting the boat, you guys think that further justifies to hit them, this specific crew, with that punishment?
Well,
There's no, you guys
I'm
don't
gonna be
actually
honest.
have information.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I don't play cop enough to know this kind of shit. I don't play cop. This is my first time playing cop in a couple of days. Like I don't play enough to be able to make that call. But what I can do is I can listen to guys like Kyle, and I can listen to guys like Brian who play cop, who understand what's going on, and then just have their back. The same way that if you guys came up to me and needed me to have your back, I would have your back. You guys know this. I've always been this way for the last 3 years.
Dude, it's not like even a question of whether or not you just followed orders. I get that shit. You know, you don't have to just fucking follow orders though, bro. These guys aren't like really your higher ups. It's okay to be like, hey man, I don't know if that's okay. Maybe nobody even questioned it though. You or Brian, both veteran RPers, not even a question. Both immediately on board, both stoked about it actually. Yeah, because think about it, if that was us, maybe we set up a fucking plan, an escape route that took an hour and a half, bro, just to shut it down right there. RP stops for what? Because someone doesn't respect that you're two-manning?
Yeah.
Because the cop character.
I mean, how many times has that happened to us? A lot. Like I hear you, and I 1,000% understand what.
If that was Mr. K standing there and you knew he was standing there, you wouldn't question it at all. You'd shoot Mr. K in the face, huh?
I beat on a cop character. I mean,
yeah. I'm asking you that question.
I think after literally what happened to Flippy, I can probably say yes.
You'd have no problem. You wouldn't even question the order. You'd do the same shit. Just shoot him in the face immediately.
You do it to Franny?
I just don't think that would happen to Franny or to fucking Mr. K.
But like I said, I mean, listen,
I think Mr. K could be there by himself with fucking 14 hostages with one pistol, and you guys still wouldn't fucking breach.
He also is like his criminal character has more of a development behind it, does it not? Like the cops understand who they're dealing with.
You're right. His career does have a
That's
development behind it.
So he gets a little bit more special treatment on that job. You can fuck someone else's time up, but not Mr. K's time up, because he's developed his character a little bit more. I think that's fair. This is real life time we're talking about, right? Right? You shoot someone in the face like that, you may have just potentially cost that person not only jail time, all the time they did setting up their plan, right? All the items that they did maybe getting to that point in their fucking life to be able to do that plan, right? You don't know how much time you just took away from somebody. Nobody cared, though.
Yeah.
You guys are just like, fuck it, we're icing this chick. The train time alone should make you take every situation serious right there, brother.
Yeah,
everybody gets treated the same on that one.
Hey,
so let's learn from this, yeah, bro? You play a crim, brother. You know better. You can question your fucking higher-ups.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I think it gets more into the roleplay part of things whenever it's like a higher-up says something, you just say, all right, yep, let's do it. Same thing if Mr.
Yeah, I
K
feel you. I feel you. I can understand how you can
it-
just kind of get lazy on cop and just chill out and just listen to shit and
dude,
just
I was
relax.
so
I understand
fucking
that.
lazy. It's the same thing whenever we, like I said before, whenever we were doing that A class, we had the 3 interceptors on it, and
But that's why you don't play a high-up
gave
character,
me-
right? Because you're there to chill out maybe a little bit more. Maybe that's
Exactly.
not your style. Maybe you don't want that responsibility. But that's why the high-up character does have that responsibility, right? And I understand that, but that should never happen, really. That's kind of disappointing, the whole thing.
But like, here's.
I couldn't help but overhear.
Hey, what's up, you dog ass?
Are you guys moaning about the bridge to bullshit?
Yes, Jared is, and I was involved in it.
I'm molding about the yacht. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, listen, I do 2-mans all the time, okay? And listen, I do a lot of them off stream, okay? Like the vaults, we do 2-mans, okay? And people need to remember that at the end of the day, this is role play, right? I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Captain Phillips, okay? Spoiler, at the end they shoot the guy, okay? And wanna know why they shoot the guy? Because they have the shot, right? And role play, right? It's like, yeah, I get it. Like, you don't have to take the shot, right? Because it's like you want to continue role play. But if you're gonna do a high tier heist, right, like that, and you're gonna 2-man it, you're gonna make sure that you have all your grounds covered. So what I do is that I crouch and I hold very, very tight angles, right? And I hold like in things that I literally cannot get shot. And if they do fire a shot, I will mostly not die, and the hostage will die. And I make sure they know that because I make sure I control the scene and they know that because that's role play. And I make sure that I control the scene in role play. If you're half AFK, half on the radio, and you're 45 degrees to the left of your hostage in a clear shot, right? That is entirely your fault. If you get shot, it is what it is, right? If you don't want to do that and you want to be AFK,
I disagree because
subs,
you can end so many situations the same exact fucking way just because everybody isn't quite as tactical as you because you've been fucked over a million times by stupid shit. That's what you've molded into. Everyone else, dude, they're there to have a good time. You know what I'm saying?
It makes sense, yeah. Then do flickas.
Yeah,
that's what we have flickas and basically.
Yeah, but
then don't do the yacht.
I just
it's
disagree.
A high tier crime for high tier criminals.
I just think that's ridiculous and not up to the cops to decide on whether they just fucking take the law into their own hands and take that
here's
shot.
the thing, X. It turns out they actually did have 4 people.
And they had 4 people.
Yeah, makes sense.
Which they found out before they shot him. I just don't think that.
But
I can give you a million times where
people...
we've been asleep at the wheel too, as Chang Gang at a heist, you know, too. It just depends on the situation.
But where were those 4 people with the hostage? Like, why wasn't someone holding the one of the hostages up also?
This all comes
how
from
are we
control.
supposed to just take your word?
Yeah,
I mean, bro, you're really arguing this. You think cops should be able to take this all into their own hands and just be able to fucking shoot people when they feel like they don't, when they have the perfect angles and the other guys are off guard and all that shit. You guys are cool with that.
I am saying I'm being devil's advocate and I'm saying what the other side is thinking. If that's the way to say that.
Okay, this is tough because at the end of the day, I think, in my opinion, this all comes into scene control, right? And I think if the person articulates certain things better, just their word is better than just them saying, yeah, I'm behind the hostage. Like, I think it's her job as a negotiator to make sure that things don't escalate that way. And she could have, with just words, literally words, establish full scene control, make sure nobody shoots or whatever. She could have said anything. Sometimes I make shit up. Like, oh, dude, if you guys do this, this is gonna happen, and it won't happen, right? It's roleplay. So
listen, I understand that, but you're almost at like an esports level of roleplay, bro. That not everybody gets to, X, man. Like I said, those people are there to enjoy themselves, have a fucking bank heist, and then do the escape. Maybe the escape was the part that they thought was gonna be the intense shit. Not everybody's gone through what you've gone through. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean,
but also, X, think about all the times where they could have had a clean shot on you and they didn't shoot. They could have.
And how fucking frustrated you would be when they
X,
do.
How many times have you been shot? You've been breached before, haven't you?
Yeah, but then I just feel like at that point, if they want to stick in that way, then you would tighten up. You know, you'd tighten up. I feel like sometimes it's like all the games. There's like a meta to it, right?
Yeah, but this comes down. Does this not come down to not valuing a life of a hostage? I don't understand. There's in fact a time where they just breached Jack like a week ago or something like that, and Jack shoots the hostage. But what does shooting the hostage actually do?
Then I'll bring you back to Captain Phillips then. Spoiler alert: Captain Phillips doesn't die.
I get that.
Okay.
Understandable.
Yeah.
But there's, I mean, a million opportunities that you leave open for the cops then.
In my opinion, it's the cops' job to always, like, I think the server is degraded in the sense of, like, what cops' goals are.
Why was it degraded there, though? Those are 3 veteran RPers. Those aren't just cadets, brother. You know what I mean? Those guys have been here since day 1.
Yeah, but, I mean, no offense.
Well, not day 1. That's me. Come on now.
3.0 day 1, 2.0 day 1 for both of those, for all of them.
They're also content heavy, but at the end of the day, some of that roleplay is degraded a little bit in the sense that you should always want to, 1, de-escalate, 2, preserve life, right? And 3, at the end of the day, do your job as a cop, right? But the problem is sometimes is that when things are de-escalating, they'll purposely re-escalate for no fucking reason. And I think that's when RP degrades, right? Is when everybody always escalates and goes further up. When in fact, when I play cop, I'm always de-escalating, like super hard. And it's not about the loot or the win. If you get the hostage safely, you already won. Like,
so let me ask you this, X. If that would have happened to you, how would you have reacted?
Huh?
X's response is that wouldn't have happened to me. I would have been tucked, bro. The hostage would have been fucking.
Oh, motherfucker, man! I mean,
well, no, because
we've already got on the boat if it was him. To be
we've already made we already made the distinction that he was going to breach before he even got to the boat, before he even knew the position.
Because he didn't respect 2-man jobs.
Right, that's the reason. It wasn't because of the position. It's because he didn't respect 2-man jobs. So.
Oh yeah, I make the cops know, and if I feel like they're okay, listen. Nighttime vaults, okay, with shift 3, we have had dozens of them. Like,
well, I mean, but we've made the distinction that they're going to breach anyways, no matter how much you tuck or hide. So let's just say you do the most tuck and tuck you can do imaginable. and they still do it. Let's say even the hostage gets shot. How would you react?
Oh, well, if the hostage gets shot, I mean, then it's over.
How would you react?
Oh no, we've had a multiple times before where they literally shut our hostage down.
Yeah, but how would you react if that was you?
I got a question for you, X.
Wait, I would.
Hey, do you
maul
think
them.
the guy in Captain Phillips still would have got shot if he had 360 vision all around him in a third-person view?
Oh no, of course not. I mean, here's a good example. Moon's breach on the bank, right?
Mm-hmm.
They say, yo, bitch, keep your hands on the gun and on the hostage, right? And at that point, she's like, okay, I was given a warning and things kind of are getting tense. I'm gonna hold the gun, but no, what does he do instead? He smokes a joint. Then he gets breached.
None
If
of
you're
that
taking a
happened.
joint, your hands are completely off your weapon, and not to mention that is also taking advantage of game mechanics. You don't think you can fucking smoke a joint and hold a gun on someone, X?
Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm going
That's
to
like the time you got shot by Angel because you happen to be taking money off the rack. You don't think you can hold a gun on the door and take money off the rack? That's taking advantage of poor game mechanics, you know?
Okay,
I remember that, Mauled.
Okay, that makes sense. These are mechanic based though. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. But what if they were to send that this is going bad and they hid in a shower, but there's no angles.
Or
say,
she said,
if
"Hey
you
guys,
pass
they're
the
all
Listen,
wall,
I'm not disagreeing with you that there was a way out of this situation for her. But come on, man, she couldn't have known that this was gonna happen. This is so
what
out of nowhere.
indications
The
did
fucking,
they give that it was
this
going
is
bad?
ridiculous, man. There's no warning. There's no fucking put the hostage, put the gun down. Nothing. No aggression. Oh, how's your day, man? Oh, you want cupcakes? Are you listening to me, lady? And then boom, shot. Like what? Hello?
But the cops aren't going to do that because they don't want to show that they're going to shoot her. That's
Yeah,
the whole
but
God
point of the
forbid
plan.
you want some
argument
extra
is to-
RP out of the situation.
Yeah, but his argument is this
It's
is read the
just not like
situation. The cops didn't give
win-win-win.
anything.
That should not be your thought process. The win-win-win situation can happen after when you're chasing the motherfucker. Does the win-win-win really need to happen when you have them cornered in a little fucking area and you have 4 or 5 cops surrounding it, dude? You need that dub, you know, right there.
You're asking why they didn't do that. I'm not saying it's a win-win-win. I'm saying the reason why they didn't say more is because you guys are right. Like the plan was to shoot the fucking guy or the girl. I'm sorry.
Before you
You're
found
gonna
out
shoot the
anything about the
girl.
situation.
Yeah, that's not as fucking.
That was the
This
plan.
happens pretty often.
I just think,
There's
like, dude, this is not an esports thing. You know what I'm saying? This is a roleplay server. You're not walking up there trying so heavily to get that win that you need to shoot them in a situation. Your life is not on the line on a boat like fucking Phillips. That's all I'm saying. Not everyone is treated the same way as X either. To be
There
fair.
wasn't any single indicator given to her that she should be, careful.
It's kind of ironic though, because to defend these guys, Max usually doesn't let anybody on the boat. Max is somebody that I've known because we do jobs with him. We taught him a little bit, and he does like me. He keeps stress at 0, and normally it's no cops on the boat, right? That comes down to scene control, and a lot of times
it's all esports related, brother man. It's an RP
Yeah,
server,
that
bro.
makes
This
sense.
isn't like
He told
Copsy
them
the
to get out
dub,
the boat,
Crimsy
and they
the
shot
dub.
her.
Let's clash our metas against each other, bro. You know what I'm saying? We going back to the
Yeah.
bike phase, you know?
She put the gun to the hostage's head. She said, "Please get off the boat," and they shot her.
Oh yeah, I mean that's really bad. I mean that is absolute dog shit then. Yeah, that's terrible then. I mean, who even shot there anyway? Who did that?
Me.
Hutch.
Was ordered
That's
by
it.
Kyle, who decided this before they even knew the situation that they were going to breach.
Well, the thing is that sometimes people are surrendering and Kyle beats them up. Like Kyle's like an escalator for some reason. I don't really know. Like
I think he's more of an elevator.
X, I got a question for you. If you're on PP and a cop orders you to shoot somebody in that situation, are you gonna be like, "No, I'm not shooting them," or are you gonna? Listen to
this happens actually quite often. That I'm on cop and I completely ignore comms, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm supposed to follow rank and RP, right? And
But
what I do is that
take the
I
high
ignore
road
them,
type
and I
shit.
know that I won't get fired because nobody ever suffers from in-character consequences because the PD is soft as a fucking noodle. So
I
just
agree
ignore
with
them.
that. I agree with that because you cannot listen to somebody and not get any repercussions for it.
When you do things bad as a cop, there's absolutely no punishment. We've seen people go power game. There was an officer that kept holding us by the arm and brute forcing us all the time, and we couldn't do anything. Just holding our arms, and we just were literally just stuck in the fucking game's mechanic, right?
I mean,
it happened 3 times, and they never even got warned, OC or in character. It's like, I mean, do bullshit.
Here's a
When it
question for
happens.
you, completely outside of characters. Do you think it's okay for 3 veteran RPers to just be completely okay with that situation? You know what I mean?
You know, dude, I don't like the word veteran because at the end of the day, like, I feel like veteran can play against them because like they played so much
Excuse me,
sometimes
Pleb?
that they get tired and they want content instead of like RP.
Why
veteran can
stop?
go both ways.
Then why stop the content?
Yeah, exactly.
Why stop and halt roleplay right there? If that's the
Yeah,
intent, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, exactly. It's that's what I'm saying. It's super really, really bad. That's why I don't like using the word veteran. If you want my opinion, the only people that are real veterans are people like Zeissman or whatever, right? And like Toretti and like so always role play, right? And no matter how much experience that they have, always take scenes seriously. And that's my problem with some of the veterans that role play or not, or content or not, based on how they're feeling during that day or how burned out they are. You know?
Remember that burned out combo we were having earlier, Summit? That's pretty much exactly what he's talking about. And he
Yeah,
started
but
taking it out
cop
on
characters
people.
hold a different responsibility, as I learned when I played a cop character, which is
Yeah, 'cause
why I don't play them that much. There is a lot of responsibility on your hands. If you're not fucking ready for that responsibility, or if you think you're getting tired, then get the fuck off your cop character, bro.
Yep. That's what I did last time. I was on cup and I was fucking walding because of some fucking people had like 8 cars in a fucking in a boost. And after I rammed these suckers, I was like, you know, dude, I'm just gonna log out, man, because these guys are being a bunch of bitch ass hoes, man. And we're being a bunch of dude. I
Bitch
rammed
ass
some
hoes,
guy
bro.
off the fucking highway bracket. Then he did a flip and shit. And I was like, dude, I need to get off. I need to go offline.
Yeah,
It
but
just
how
doesn't
about
make
that
sense.
shit that Dwight did to you?
That's not
Dwight?
consistent, you leaving it in the hands of
The
every
white
single
stuff
individual
around your
cop.
mouth. Ew!
Damn,
Such
motherfucker,
a
you do that one more time,
dumbass.
I'm gonna fucking snap it.
Yo, what up, yo? So what's going on? I'm not even fully aware of what's happening. I'm just
Well, this is
here
a
chilling.
conversation with
saw what you did,
veteran
bro.
role players.
What happens
Oh,
is
my
that
bad.
Kyle was
Alright,
1 win
we-
from Platinum, okay? And he went for an RP play, and he ranked up, and he was mad about it.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
We can
So there was
1000%
four.
confirm.
So there was 4 total plus hostages, or including hostages.
They had a full team. There was 4 plus hostages being 6.
Where was everyone
Oh
else
my
at?
god!
Wait. So what you're telling me?
And we're talking about the yacht here. It's not like one guy just sits at a fucking thing. The yacht is like
Okay.
people run around the fucking thing and bang it out. You know what I'm saying? Or you're
Bro.
gonna be sitting there for 30 minutes.
Okay, let's be honest though. You only breach when you know exactly where everybody's at, how many they have, when you have full information. So even then, why when they ask clarification, right? In character about how many on the yacht and like what's the scene looking like?
Get an
Right?
individual
Because
call
right there, if you think
Yeah,
about
what's
it,
up, boss?
there's 2 off the boat and 1 driver.
I'm here to turn myself
They
in,
could,
brother.
they could have gotten clapped even if when they killed it, right? It could have been a 3v3. That's at that point it's like
Yeah.
CS:GO.
Hey, what's up? I didn't even know you
What
were
up?
having a conversation. I just messaged Hutch.
Yeah. We were talking about.
Yo,
what
don't
happened
fire me,
today.
Kyle, please.
Will you be able to see
And there was
me
no
now?
one to
Yeah.
back
It's the
them
same,
up or
it's the same.
anything
I think
like
it's just
that.
a
Like it
little
was
jank.
just them by themselves. Like no
you
opportunity
move-
to attack us or like
so-
really even shoot
Give me
at a
one more.
hostage at all.
Yeah.
I could
so that- yeah.
understand if there were people still in the hangar and stuff like that. That's why we waited for him to like run someplace else before we did anything.
Yeah, that's why.
I don't
said,
really.
Jared's-
I think breaching's always kind of tough for people. But
Eddie,
like,
so you ready for your charges?
if cops
Yes.
literally didn't breach at all, then
so you're
it's
looking
like,
at times 2 attempted murder,
it would be
class
kind of
2,
boring. Like I
and
think getting
crack.
breached every once in a
80
while. I mean,
months
it's not
and a
like breaches happen all the time.
$9,375 fine.
I think if people get breached every once in a while, it kind of like changes up the meta a little bit, makes things a little bit more interesting.
E?
I mean,
Well,
I feel
I
like
think
if you're
it-
going to breach, isn't that like maybe you give
Yo,
them some
hello?
warnings that it's a possibility that it happens? If it's going to be like that, you should give them that opportunity to be able to respond properly, in
Hey,
my opinion.
hello?
Yo, sorry about that, boss. Yeah, send me
Why
away.
would I
I'm
give
guilty.
them a warning if I'm about to shoot
Okay,
them in the
I'm
face
just making sure.
at a robbery?
I mean, what makes it within your right to just decide you get to shoot someone in the face in those situations? I don't get that. If that was
So,
me on the
like,
other
so-
end of that, maybe I had another set of RP planned for that took me an hour and a half setup. You just decide that you don't know that, but you just like, it just so happens to be the time you decide that, hey, this is a good time to do a breach because it doesn't
Let me
happen that
send you
much.
Well, no, that situation was a little bit different.
What was
It's
different?
only 2 people robbing a yacht.
It was 4.
Like, that was only 2 that we saw.
It was confirmed by her that there was 4.
No, the 4, she was counting her, the guy, and
Alright,
the 2
I'm sending you
hostages
for
when she
50
was
months.
asked.
Yeah, but it wasn't confirmed whether that was true or not by her until you shot her.
What do you mean? She confirmed it herself. She literally said to us, "It's the 2 people. It's us, the guy, and the 2 hostages." Summit.
Nah, I don't think that's the case. To be honest with you.
Literally, that's literally.
Maybe
what
I
she
missed
said.
that. Maybe I missed that part. But I believe before she even answered Brian's question of "Are you including the 2 hostages?" she was telling you to get off the boat and then got shot.
That's not what I heard.
That's what I heard.
That's what I said.
That's what I heard.
We
So
all
we're gonna,
were.
like,
I said
pull
that
apart
we were all...
like every single like RP scenario. Like it's.
I mean, think about it though. You don't value someone's time enough to
Look,
see if one they
I-
have
I
more
do-
RP intended. Maybe
I
they just got
value
off the
everybody's
train
time,
after.
actually.
Maybe they were on the train for 4 hours, took 2 hours to set something up, and it was shut down right there because you happened to just make a decision at a weird time. That's like at a weird time, meaning whenever the fuck you want, right?
Robbery seriously from my point of view.
Why? I don't understand that.
I mean, it just doesn't seem like I mean, you can talk about like so all right. So what
I mean,
is,
so
like,
you expect
the big issue?
I mean, you expect every robbery to
trying
be
to
big,
understand.
some big esports robbery. You know what I mean? Where everybody has to cover all their angles. If cops, I mean,
No,
I
think,
can
like,
recall, I
think,
can
like,
recall
when you get
numerous
outside-
times. Okay, go on.
No, I think like when you get outside of like doing fleckas and like Bay City and stuff like that.
Fleeka's pretty low tier, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like that stuff's low tier, right? I don't really care about like breaching that stuff unless like they, you know, but when it comes to something like a yacht or a vault, I feel like it should kind of be taken somewhat seriously.
No, I mean, I don't get it. What does it matter whether they're robbing a yacht or they're robbing a Fleeka or if they're in a store or if they just have somebody hostage in the middle of the road? If somebody has a gun to somebody's head, your priority should be to get that person out alive. Her gun never left the back of her head.
We got her out alive.
Well,
but here's my thought process too. I can recall numerous times where Chang Gang has had a cop held hostage in the middle of a street where cops had 360 degrees all around us, but yet we will get farther than that lady did.
So do you think like all right, so here's what I'm hearing. Like, do you think that I selectively chose to shit on them?
No,
As
I'm
opposed
saying that
to,
it's not your decision to just randomly decide, hey, I want to breach here. And just be like, no decision, thought process put into how much time they put into it, nothing.
No, I have a pretty consistent criteria.
So I understand. Maybe your resume says you're good at your job, but why you decide
I mean, like,
randomly
I have a
just
consistent...
I mean, you just recently said to us, admitted that, hey, they don't happen very often. Breaches don't happen very often, so it's just boring. So I decided to do it. Yeah, but
no, I mean, when it has to be the criteria has to like be met for a breach.
Yeah, but you didn't even know the criteria. You decided on the beach before you got to the boat that was the criteria.
No, I didn't. I mean, I pretty much well, that was actually right. I'd have to rewatch the thing to know what I said because a lot of times I joke about breaching people, but because it's whatever. But
if somebody's sitting in the middle of the road and they got one hostage, they got a gun in their hand, they're like, look, all I want's a getaway car and free passage. Would you shoot them or would you give them the getaway car?
Yeah, because I don't have to end up waiting 20 fucking minutes for them to hack a yacht.
So wait a second. The alternative is have all 3 of them at the front holding hostages and then have one guy make you take 45 minutes to do a yacht?
Well, I thought most people can do it in 12.
Well, I guess not everybody's the same. And why would it be faster if there was 3 people? You know, I mean, maybe they're doing it with 4. Does it matter?
But what I'm pointing out is the excuse you're giving is it's because you had a clean shot and you did save the hostage. But there's plenty of scenarios like the guy in the middle of the road where you would also have a clean shot and you could have saved the hostage, but you don't. But you decided doing this because you decided that the boat is more valuable than the hostages' lives than it would be in something smaller.
Not to mention, why is your 30 minutes more important than their hour and a half that they're going to spend after that? You know what I'm saying? It's just, you're wasting their time too, right?
I don't give a fuck about my time or anyone else's time.
But you just said that though. I'm only basing this on what you said. You literally just
saying
said I have to
wait
waste 30 minutes
for them to hack a yacht. You know, like.
Well, you don't care about your time.
I mean, yeah, I don't really.
So
why did you just like bring me in here to like ambush me? Because like I don't really understand.
I tried to tell you.
Like I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't give
a
a fuck what either one of you think about like anything. If I'm being honest, like I like you guys, but I don't care about your opinion.
Okay.
But so the reason why the breach was chosen is because it's just kind of like it's one person with 2 hostages. There's not really anything they can like do about it.
But you didn't know that.
I did know that. We confirmed it. We didn't see anyone running in the back. We just saw one guy running around. We worked off what we had. We were watching the back. We had three shooters with me in the boat. So why? Let me ask you guys a question. Why is this like such a big deal? Like this particular situation?
Because I think someone who's been around the RP scene a really long time should know that if that's the right play or not, if you're wasting someone's fucking time or not.
That's not why though. That's not why. I didn't do it because they were wasting my time.
Yeah, you did
I
it
don't really
because
care.
breaches don't happen
I
that
sat at
often,
a yacht
and then you
for
just decided
25
that they
minutes the other day.
should.
Because the last time I was at a yacht, there was 2 people with one hostage, which
Yeah, I understand.
and like 3 people running around the yacht, or 4, or maybe 2, which is like fine. It's whatever. At least I had someone to talk to. And then, the one person wasn't really interested in like dialogue or really anything. They just kind of wanted to stand there with their gun to the hostage. It was only one person. There was no apparent like defense. Like once we took out that person, like it was just we could get them right onto the boat and just get them out of there and hunt the guy down on the boat.
Anytime someone has a gun to somebody's head, you should respect that in RP.
Yeah, I think most of the time.
That's RP 101.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't do that, you could breach every time.
I mean, technically, we were supposed to breach the what's that thing? The Bobcat. Yeah,
But
technically
this
we were
time
supposed
is
to-
different because I guess
But
you
we
felt
never
like your
do.
time was wasted, which is fine. I mean, if that's your
Don't
reasoning,
put,
you know it is what
Judd,
it is.
look, don't put words
That's
in my
not
mouth.
what he
okay?
said, man.
It's not what I
That's
said
not
at
what
all.
he said.
You
Relax,
literally said
okay?
that you didn't
Judd,
want to
seem
sit
like
and
you're a
waste 2
little
minutes of your
upset.
time.
Relax a little bit.
I'm not upset.
Sound it. I'm gonna be honest.
But
with
you
sound a little
said
upset.
no. You said that you didn't want 20 minutes of your time wasted. You said that.
No, I think I mean I don't really. I said it's one is either going to take up 20 minutes. Like it's like okay. Here's the thing, right? I don't really give a fuck about breaching, shootouts, chases, whatever. Like I just like to have good dialogue with people, do funny shit. Like I'll give anyone like the time of day or whatever. But it's like I feel like a yacht is all right. So where do you see a yacht on like in terms of robberies, like Summit, Judd, Hutch? Like a yacht's pretty high up, right?
I said
Like,
I
where's
see
the
it in
yacht?
between Polito and Vault, but I mean it could
Okay.
be after Vault as well.
All right, perfect. Like I actually would kind of agree with that. I feel like it kind of makes sense. So don't you feel like kind of, you should probably like take it a little bit more seriously, right? Than just having like one person with a hostage and then just another guy just kind of running around.
I guess the yacht's a little bit
like how-
different
like-
because there's not really much information you guys have on Vault besides their word. You can't
I
get
don't
into the
really
door,
know.
breaching the door. You don't know who's where. So
And
breaching's
like I
more
said
difficult.
before, whenever
It's a complete
she was
open space.
explaining, and when she was explaining, man, like, bro, number one, she was on the radio more than she was talking to us. She was just
Yeah,
a
so I'm just like,
mouthpiece
so
for
out
whoever's
of
in the
curiosity, it's
back.
like I understand like you want to up the difficulty, but it's like
Well, it's not
I
about
feel like
upping the
it's like this is
difficulty,
like esports level RP here. You sound like X. X was talking to us about how like, yo, if she didn't want this to happen, she should have tucked herself into a corner and blah blah blah. Or they could have had 3 people at the front and then only one person
Oh,
working the job.
Well, I definitely would have taken that a lot more serious.
We roll up, and you guys are right. Whenever before we even got on the boat, Kyle talked about it being a breach, right? But how many times do we talk about shooting cops or something else and then we not follow through?
It's pretty
Like,
much
it
the
was-
equivalency of that, out of all honesty.
He says that kind of shit all the time, and I'm not defending him. I know people are like, "You're I'm
Yeah,
not."
but you guys also shot her before you even got information out of her or all the information. So to say that you had the whole boat like cleared and stuff like that, you didn't actually know if you did. You weren't actually sure, or Brian
How are we
wouldn't have
going to
asked.
clear the
The
boat?
boat's pretty
How are we
visible.
going to clear? How are we going to clear the inside of the
That's
boat?
why
though? Or
you
want
can't.
us
If
to
you
go
can't
in-
get the information, then it's almost like, hey, maybe we shouldn't do it because we don't have all the information. And if that is an option, if there could have been, I just don't see that as a value life situation. At that point in time, when you reevaluate, you didn't even wait for her answer. Brian asked her the question.
She wasn't. I don't remember the situation. I assumed like you watched the situation. So
Yeah.
I wasn't. I don't really.
I
Remember
just
it.
don't get how you guys can just be like, you know what, we probably shouldn't have done it. It was a bad call. It is what it is. We'll.
I don't think it was a bad call.
Okay.
We want me to lie to you? I don't think it was a bad call at all. What the fuck? I don't give a fuck. You can laugh at me all you fucking want. I don't give a fuck.
Bro, you guys just shot her. We had her gun to the back. It's just not
I
esports.
did, I
That's
shot
all
her.
I'm saying. I'm just saying it's not esports.
Fucking
you
funny.
know?
What I'm saying is within the
Don't you
the
get
given
stores all the time and shit called on the like at all times throughout the day as a cop? Like no, just robberies. Period. Just shit going on at all times as a police officer.
So just 90s
You guys
in
always
general,
get
like-
handed content to you, basically, right? I feel like there should just be at some point there should be a thought process on like, hey, this content's being handed to us. Let's see where it goes. Not let's end it right here, right now, because I see an opening.
I mean, here's the thing though. We don't breach a lot.
Yeah,
And I feel
exactly
like
my
that was,
point.
like-
You decided that, hey, we don't breach a lot. Let's just do it right here.
Well, I felt like it was a good. I mean, here's the thing. Like, I feel like we're gonna be like pretty stuck on this. Like, I don't feel like I'm wrong. You feel like you obviously feel like I'm wrong. All right.
I mean,
which
if
is
this
fine.
isn't wrong, there's a lot of situations that should be. I guess would be right. I don't know. I can't even think of a situation that's much wronger than this.
Same.
Okay, then you guys can player report me if you want. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, if you have such a strong disdain for it, then I don't really know what to tell you besides that, because there's literally nothing wrong with that.
I mean, what's the
whatsoever.
job of a police officer?
Obey and survive.
How about de-escalate situations?
You're talking to the wrong guy. That's what all the other cops on the force are for.
Yeah, I guess so.
That might be the problem.
Judd, why don't you come play cop then? Summit, you can play cop too. Like,
I
Yeah,
tried.
I
They
mean,
won't make me one.
I feel like you guys
Why
are doing.
not?
I feel like you guys have enough people in the force, though. You know, it's not like I'm gonna change anything. You're put in a place of power for a reason,
Not
right?
enough. Listen, here's the thing, right? I respect your opinion. I don't have anything against either one of you. Like, you guys sound like you have a little bit of an attitude, and like, you guys sound like you care a lot more than I do about the whole thing. So I think that both of you guys are pretty fucking compassionate. You know, you're passionate about it.
We know if it would have happened to us, how aggravated we would have been.
Yeah.
All right, then you can maul about it on your streams for content. I wouldn't give a fuck. Do it.
We know.
All right, guys. Well, this was a great conversation.
I see it from both sides.
I mean, I see it from both sides too. I'm not trying to
it's,
be a prick about it, but I feel like you guys don't really want to have a conversation. I feel like you more so like kind of, you know, want to make snarky fucking comments and shit. Like, you know, like you guys kind of think your opinion over anyone else's opinion. What you guys think is right is all that's right. And I'm here to tell you that I'm not one of the ones that's going to agree with you because I don't care. Like, I will tell you this, like, I think your opinion's okay. You're entitled to it. But from my standpoint and understanding of role play, I think you're wrong. And if you actually want to have a conversation about something, or if you want to kind of like, you know, be pricks about it, which is, you know, I mean, I can do the same thing to you, but I'm not going to do that. I actually like all you guys, but I'm probably not the best one to drag into a conversation because I'm not going to take your bullshit.
I don't think we've been pricks to you.
Judd, you're the biggest prick in here. Shut the fuck up. What are you talking about? Your little snarky ass comments with
you
your
know what
little
I
shit.
really like, Kyle?
No, don't fucking try and say all that shit you say and make those Weasley little fucking comments looking for Keck W's in Summit's chat, motherfucker.
Oh,
It ain't gonna
Lord.
work on me. Okay, I don't give a fuck.
You know, Kyle, you know what I really like, brother?
It's an I don't give a fuck moment.
I really like these nuts on your tonsils.
Perfect.
Mad love. Mwah.
Hey, Kyle, when's the last time you've ever admitted you were wrong on anything?
All the time.
Gosh, let's not start, guys.
All the time. I was wrong about a lot of things.
Here we go.
I just don't think I don't care is a good enough excuse for everything. You're just like, I just don't care about this. I just don't give a shit about that. Your comments don't mean anything to me.
No, I'm
I think
saying
you
so
need
I'm
to
saying I
understand
don't
that
give a-
you're responsible for people's time, for not only being a higher up in the police force, but just by being a police officer character. Period. You're one skipping this giant ass line of Q, right? And with that comes responsibility, and with that comes you're responsible for people's time, right? And like treating people the same way you should be treating people, minus like if you want to go harder on Chain Gang or something like that. I understand that shit, but taking openings just because you see them on a lower tier criminal just seems sucky to me. And then only blowing it off with, I just don't care, you know. But that's someone's time. That person
Alright,
could
so
have been
you're
on the train
confusing.
for
I'm
an
not
hour.
saying-
You know what I mean?
All right, my bad. I'll let you finish. I'm sorry.
No, you know, it's pretty good. I'm not trying to like, you know where people waste their time on the server. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Well, here's the thing. I'm not saying I don't care about the particular RP situation. I'm saying I don't care about your guys' opinions on it, but I'll still talk to you about it. Okay? Like, I do care about the RP situation. I care about everybody's RP scenario. Like, I honestly, here's the thing. I think it's a popular misconception for people to think that when you're doing crime or like when you're doing shit that I generally don't want you to have a good time. Like Summit, you've been RPing on the server. Like you role played with me, like on Slim, on Pred.
I don't think you're a bad
Right,
character. You know what I mean? I
but
like my
here's the
time that
thing.
I spent on your character. Yeah.
Exactly. And I do that with everybody. Sometimes everybody does things that some people don't like, right? Me, my vision, my like opinion of like robberies sometimes is like, as a cop, I want to have like funny dialogue, good dialogue, serious dialogue, whatever is like the mood of the atmosphere of the situation. but I also kind of want to be immersed. And I want to take everything I do seriously because that makes things more enjoyable for me. So it's like, I'm not like a variety streamer like you, Summit, or, you know, even Hutch. I generally love RP more than anything. Okay. And all I really want is for people to, sometimes I feel like you need to take certain things just a little bit more seriously, as it's like back to the thing where you're saying, like, respect other people's time. And I never look at calls as really being handed content, because I'm not really a ping chaser cop. Like, I'm not sure how much you like know about me, but I'm kind of like, I really like to go out and do like my own kind of shit. But
you're like Wrangler, right?
You know, I think that I think it's being respectable of the police's time to take yourself seriously, and I think it's being respectable as the police towards the crims to take what they're doing seriously. And that's really all I think about the situation. Now, here's the thing, right? I just believe that if you disagree with what I did, that's fine. You can talk about it all you want. You know, you can try and make me look like I'm some kind of asshole. I don't really care. But I stand by it. Your opinions, like, you know, you can talk about them all you want. Say how, like, you know, I'm an RP denier, didn't extend role play, whatever. All right, that's fine. But at the end of the day, that's a two-way street. It's a two-way street for sure.
Understandable. Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be a prick. I hope you don't think like, you know,
I mean,
like,
I generally like you,
I
and I
respect
like
your
your
guys'
character.
opinions.
I just think this was handled in a different way than I would have liked it handled. Yeah.
See, I really wish you guys would just like play cop and.
But I have played
you know,
cop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think you were a good cop. Like, just play cop and see if you guys can make the change. Well, right now it's also understanding that cops are being shot like in mass right now on the server.
I mean, you guys are also winning
So
every single gunfight in known demand, though. We haven't won a gunfight against
Bro, I'm
you
not
guys in
gonna lie
weeks.
about you. We are fucking shit up.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy though when you got those numbers.
I'll see you
Yeah,
guys
I'm gonna
later.
go to bed
It's done.
myself.
Jeez, I'm gonna play
Hey,
Valorant.
Kyle, mad love, bro.
Wait, where'd he go? I'm not done with you, you stupid ass bitch.
He just took off, man.
Oh.
Always interesting. But yo, appreciate it from outside perspective. That shit was wild, man. That shit was wild.
Yeah. Still not in full agreement, but I mean, it is what it is. There's nothing.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever going to be a thing. I don't think it's ever going to be a thing where it's ever a full agreement, especially as someone like.
It's all good. I'm
'cause
not mad. I was mad at first. I'm not mad. It is what it is. I just. You know, I still think the situation kind of sucks, but it is what it is at the end of the day. You know, we're gonna keep playing GTA and keep trying to be successful on Charles and avoid as much of this as we can. We need to take X's words into seriously. You know what I mean? X knows what's up, bro. You gotta be hardcore when you're at these banks so you can minimize this problem. Take what you want out of that. I don't want anybody to be like personally pissed at each other. I'm not personally mad at Kyle. Maybe I was from the get-go, but I was like also personally mad at Hutch. I was also kind of personally mad at Brian. So it wasn't like I was trying to target anybody, you know what I'm saying? But I definitely wasn't super stoked about it. It's not to take away from Kyle, who is also right in the sense where it's like, he's not a variety streamer. This is his main jam. He's absolutely passionate about it. And I know he wouldn't do something like that purposely to somebody, you know what I mean? He's just in his immersed state, I would say, and that shit's just gonna happen. But it does still suck, in my opinion, you know what I mean? I'd still be fucking livid if it was me, you know?